And then inside the wudu, there will be a small classification called nawaqidul wudu. Nawaqid mean the things which break the wudu. Okay, so the big one will be kitab, like salat. Then inside the kitab, there will be different abwab, bab. So suppose there is a bab called wudu, and then inside the bab, there will be several fusul. Okay, so the things which break the wudu will be the small one. All right, so this is how, so this is kitabul hajj. So inside kitabul hajj, then there will be different, like babul arafah. Then inside the babul arafah, there will be some small things. So this is how it goes. Okay, kitabul hajj. Now this is the book of fiqh. And as you know, the word fiqh means deep understanding. It's called fiqh. Okay, when you understand a thing in depth in Arabic, it is called what? Fiqh. So a regular alim will be a scholar, but the one who know halal, haram, everything, so he's called faqih. Okay, faqih. So this is a book, and the fiqh originated from where? From the Quran. So now we need a dalil, a proof that whatever you are saying in this is coming from where? So we'll say it is coming from the Quran. And then the second is what? It is the hadith. So in every chapter, there will be an ayah of the Quran in the beginning, and then after that will be the hadith, right? And then there will be something which will not be in the Quran and the hadith directly, so it will be derived from it. It's called ijtihad. So those things will be there too, all right? Like for example, you say, make wudu with water. Okay, so this will come from where? It will come from the Quran. Then you say wudu is broken, you know, if you use the restroom. So this will be coming from, suppose, the hadith. Then there, if you make wudu, you need water, and then you need to make tayammum, you need clean dirt. If a person, he don't have water and he don't have clean dirt, what will he do? So this is not in the Quran, this issue. This is not in the hadith. So this will come from where? Ijtihad. Ijtihad means the struggle and the effort of the scholar that he had to figure out, because the answer is not in the Quran or in the hadith directly, right? So this ayah is in Ali Imran. So, Surah Ali Imran, قال الله تعالى. قال means said. Allah Ta'ala. Ta'ala means high, the exalted. So Allah Ta'ala said, وَلِلَّهِ, wa mean end, and lillahi. Okay, there is a li here before. So actually it was li Allahi. Li Allahi. And li in Arabic means far. Like li zaydin, for zayd. So li Allahi means for Allah. But this hamza is feeling like a spine. Li Allahi. It's not feeling smooth. So what we do, we remove this hamza. Okay, we remove this hamza and connect this with Allah, so it becomes lillah. Lillah means for Allah, right? So walillahi means for Allah. For Allah, ala nasi, upon the people. Allah mean upon. Hijjul bayti mean to perform the hajj of the house. Okay, so al-bayt is common, a proper noun, ma'rifah. Okay, so it means that there is a specific, already muta'ayyin, determined house that not every house. Al-bayt, the house. So the house means specific house, which is in Makkah. Okay, so like for example, if I tell you, give me a book, so I will say, atini kitaban, tanween. This means any book, a book. But if I have given you a book 5 minutes before and I tell you, give me the book, so you and me both understand that there are 100 other books in the room, but I mean the specific. Then I will tell you, atini al-kitaba. Give me the book. So this is a book, which means give me any book around you, I need a book. If you say al-kitab, then give me the book that we both know which one we are talking. So this is called alif lam ta'arif, which means specified it, when you bring alif lam on a word, right? So al-bayt means the specific house which is in Makkah. Man is, who's supposed to go for Hajj? Man, the one is man istata'a, who can afford istita'a. Ilayhi means toward that house. Sabila, transportation, path. وَمَنْ كَفَرَ, and the one who deny, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ, so indeed Allah, غَنِيٌّ. Ghani means not in need. The opposite of ghani is muhtaj. Muhtaj is the one who is in haja, who is needy. Anil alamin, an mean from, al alamin mean the world. Allah is not in need of all the world. Okay, if the one who deny he can afford to go to Makkah for Hajj also, and he for no reason, he say I am not going. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say you are denying my command, and Allah say I am not in need. Okay, right? So walillahi ala nasi, for Allah upon the people is to perform the Hajj of the house, man istata'a, the one who can afford ilayhi toward it sabila path. Hazim, can you come forward a little bit? I cannot see you. Okay. Okay. Waman kafara, and the one who deny, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ, so indeed Allah, غَنِيٌّ, is not in need, عَنِ الْعَالَمِينَ, from the world. This is the ayah of the Quran. Now the hadith. وَقَالَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ, the Prophet ﷺ, he said in hadith in Bukhari and Muslim, متفق عليه, Man hajja, the one who did hajj, lillahi, for Allah, which means for Allah means every hajj is supposed to be for Allah, which means it is free from show off, sincerity. Falam yarfuth, he did not do rafas. Walam yafsuq, he didn't do fisq in that hajj. Raja'a, he will return kayawmin, like the day waladathu ummuhu, his mother gave him birth. So he's like a newborn baby, sin free. He don't have any sin out. Why? Because he did hajj, and in hajj he didn't do rafas, and he didn't do fisq. All right? Okay. So in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used three words. This hadith is similar to the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, فَلَا رَفَثَ وَلَا فُسُوقَ وَلَا جِدَالَ فِي الْحَجِّ. That you don't do rafas, okay, and don't do fusuq, and don't do jidal. Now the ulama say, jidal means fighting. So fighting is haram everywhere. So we should find a meaning for it which is specific to Hajj. That what is that? So the Arabs before Islam, they used to describe the pride of their families. One say, my family, we won so many battles, we are so many in number, we have those many camels, you have those many horses, and then they will start fighting and screaming. So so the ulama say that jidal can mean any jidal, any fighting, but specifically in Hajj, Allah said no jidal because this is what they used to do. Right? So this is jidal. Now, fusuq can mean anything. Okay, fusuq. Any sin is called fisq. Because the word fusuq in Arabic means khuruj, that you tear the shield of the command of Allah, you come out of it. So fusuq can mean anything. But the ulama say, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, don't do fisq, right? So fisq in the Hajj mean mahzuratul ihram. What Allah told you don't do in ihram, if you do it, so you did fisq. Right? So Allah said, don't apply perfume. You apply perfume. So what are you doing? Normally it is not a sin, but in Hajj it becomes what? A sin. It becomes fisq. So jidal, specific meaning of jidal in Hajj mean like what the Arab used to do, that they will fight about the pride of the tribe. Allah said, don't do that. Specific meaning of fusuq, any sin like lying, backbiting, it also can include that. But specifically in Hajj, fusuq mean what? That don't violate the restrictions of ihram. And the restrictions of ihram, they are 6. So if you violate any one of them, so you are doing what? Fusuq. And rafath mean normally, okay, you can talk to your wife, okay, and any engagement with your wife, hugging, kissing, talking, sleeping, all are halal. But in the ihram, they are what? They are prohibited. So that is called rafath. Now, these are the 3 things that Allah mentioned in the Quran. Rafath, fusuq, and jidal. Jidal we discussed, fighting, right? Now, rafath means anything which is related to the husband-wife relationship. Right? So this is rafath. Now, fusuq mean mahdhuratul ihram. Mahdhurat mean mamnu'at. Prohibitions that you normally they are halal, but you're not supposed to be doing it. Those mahdhurat in ihram, they are 6. And out of the 6, the first one is rafath. And I will tell you 5 more in a minute. So you might say, if the husband-wife relationship is mentioned in 1, so this should be 5. Why we are repeating it in fusuq again 6? The reason is that the biggest violation in Hajj is in ihram is what? When you sleep with your wife. Why? Because all the other violations are compensatable. But if a person sleeps with his wife in ihram before going to Arafah, so Hajj is finished. Hajj is finished. So what he gonna do? He gonna 3 penalties. He will continue doing this Hajj also. Next year he will come for another Hajj to do qadha. And the third is goat and lamb not gonna work. He had to slaughter a cow or a camel. So that is why rafath is such a big crime in ihram that Allah mentioned it separate also. And this is one of the 6 things of fusuq also. Okay? Why Allah mentioned rafath separate? Because none of the violation will break your Hajj. Your Hajj is okay. You just slaughter a goat or a lamb. But before going Arafah, not after Arafah, before going Arafah in ihram, okay, you have relationship with your wife. So what you supposed to be doing? Continue that Hajj also. And that Hajj is not counted. You have to come next year for another Hajj, qadha. And the third is you have to slaughter a camel or a cow. So that is why Allah mentioned rafath separate. Okay? Now I tell you briefly the mamnu'at of ihram, that they are 6. The first one is, as we say, rafath. Okay? Sleeping with the wife. The second one is that it is prohibited that you do hunting of the land animal. The ocean, like fishing, is okay. Okay, so keep on counting. Okay, fishing of the land animal. Either you do hunting by yourself or you help another one. The third was to trim your hair or your nail. The fourth one is to use perfume. These 4 are both for the men and women. And 2 are only for the men. Kya kaha maine? What did I say? 4 are for men and women. And 2 are only for the men. What are those 2? That you stitched clothing. If a man wear, so it is prohibited in ihram. A woman can do that, no problem. Her regular. And the other is to cover the head and the face. It is prohibited for the men, right? So, and the woman, she can cover her head, right? And then Imam Abu Hanifa and Imam Malik say that in ihram, the woman also cannot cover her face. So that is why they do and the other Aimma say that no, she can cover. So that is the difference. That if she cannot cover her face in ihram, so according to Imam Azam and Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, what they have to hang something for hijab because the scarf cannot touch her face. Clear ho gaya na? Okay, let me repeat. The first one of the prohibition of ihram is what? Man-woman relationship. The second one is what? Hunting. The third one is trimming the hair or the nail. The fourth one is perfume, both for men and women. And only for the men is which one? The stitched clothing, haram in ihram for a man, and to cover the head and the face. It's haram for the men, right? So now I just explained this hadith a little bit. Man hajja, the one who did hajj lillahi for Allah, falam yarfuth. he didn't do rafath. Walam yafsuq, and he didn't do fusuq, which means he did not violate the 6 restrictions of ihram. Raja'a, he is returned kayawmin, the day waladathu ummuhu, his mother gave him birth. Right? Okay, wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.